Hello, my friends. Happy Tuesday. Yeah, it's Tuesday. I managed to not pick up the camera yesterday. But welcome to Cut Vlog week number 3. Today is Tuesday, the 16th, and I am happy you're here. Thank you for clicking on this video. I am here to share with you my adventures in eating to lose weight using the iTrackBites app. I currently use the plan in which you count calories, and I have the secondary metric of macronutrient tracking turned on, which is a really cool feature of iTrackBites. Y'all know I love it. Welcome to the vlog. It's late in the afternoon right now, and it is raining here in South Florida. Now, don't get me wrong, I can't complain because literally everywhere else in the United States it is snowing, like knocking out power. All of Texas was under a winter storm warning. People are getting pummeled with snow literally everywhere except here. So I have no room to complain. I'm very, very grateful and very blessed that I get to hang out down in South Florida for the winter, which is so good for my physical and my mental health. But it's raining, so it's gloomy and gross, and my lighting is absolutely terrible. So I'm going to have to cut this shorter than normal. First of all, happy Fat Tuesday. Can you tell on my eyes that I have Mardi Gras colors on? It's supposed to be gold, green, and purple. I don't know if you can actually tell, but I tried. I tried to be festive, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow starts Lent. I will talk a little bit more about Lent. I kind of gave my thoughts to what I want to give up and what kind of sacrificial stuff I want to make for spiritual discipline purposes for the season of Lent. I can talk to you about those a little bit tomorrow. What updates do I have for you? My magnesium, you have to go watch vlog number 2 if you want to know what the heck I'm talking about. My magnesium has still not arrived, but I have been on zinc for a while now, and my acne's starting to clear up. Related? I don't know, but it's doing something great, which is awesome. So there's that. I'm feeling like myself for the first time in like 2 weeks, but I am tired. I'm tired, and I'm certain it's just because we've been going to bed late, and I need to stop doing that, but I can't help it. I literally have this thing where, like, I went to bed at 11:30 or something last night, or maybe earlier than that, and my husband came in and was like, good night, gave me a kiss, and was gonna go have dessert and like finish up. I literally couldn't fall asleep simply because in the back of my mind I knew the second he walked in the room to go to bed he would wake me up. And so it was like this, I knew the sleep was gonna be interrupted, so my body wouldn't let me fall asleep anyway. So me and my sleep issues, y'all. Me and my sleep issues. Sorry, I have to keep alternating the camera because my arms are just too tired lately because I keep working them out. They're too tired to hold up the freaking camera. I should just like do weight training, but like my endurance training should just be me holding the vlogging camera for like 30 seconds to a minute at a time. Not a bad idea, actually. Anyway, I started a new workout this week. I'm doing the Beachbody Plan Muscle Burns Fat, which is super intense. It is a 3-week program, 7 days a week, so 21 days of working out in a row, which means that for the first time in a long time, regularly scheduled workouts will be back in my weekend plan, which is crazy, but it might actually be what I need. The first 2 days have been really intense, and I've gotten my heart rate higher than I have gotten my heart rate in a very long time. It is very, very good, so I'm very excited to see where that leads me, what kind of progress that does or does not help me make. Very exciting. And yeah, I think that's all the update I have for you right now. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the vlog. my friends. Happy Wednesday. Happy Ash Wednesday. Although I don't think happy is the right, like, you don't wish people happy Ash Wednesday or happy Lent, but today's the first day of Lent, the Christian season of repentance and reflection as we prepare our hearts and our minds and our spirits for the celebration of Jesus' death and resurrection. And I love the Lenten season because it is a season of engaging in spiritual discipline, and that usually ends up resulting in some other disciplines too. I am using this season of Lent to engage in some different practices, different, not so different, but let me explain. I'm doing a very, very poor job of explaining it. So typically people give things up for Lent, right? And that is a form of sacrifice to help mimic the sacrifice that God made for us by sending Jesus to die. And a lot of times it's like, oh, I'm giving up food, I'm giving up chocolate, I'm giving up coffee. And I'm not knocking that. I think that's a great thing to do. And I did that for many, many, many years of my life. I have gone through giving up meat for Lent, which was a mistake and something I'm never doing again because it actually knocked my health. I've given up chocolate. I don't think I've given up coffee, but I've given up Starbucks, like things like that. But in recent years, I have started getting a little bit more deep with my spiritual disciplines during the Lenten time and using them to my full advantage to help me grow as a better human, both spiritually and mentally and physically. So the things that I know for sure after an extensive chat on my live stream last night, which if you're not hanging out for my live streams on Tuesday nights, what are you even doing? We have a great little group of community members that come together every Tuesday night at 8 p.m., 7 p.m. Central Time on my YouTube channel, and we chat about whatever the heck we want. People can ask me questions, kind of get a little bit of like coaching insight from me if they ask the right questions, or we talk about random things. We've talked about books, Harry Potter, everything, nostalgic toys that make us feel like we're children again, all sorts of things. It's a lot of fun. So if you haven't joined us for that weekly live stream, you should definitely consider joining. But anyway, last night I was talking about how I wanted to work on like sleep. Like I wanted to, one of my things was I wanted to like get up earlier, but I also am struggling with sleep, quality of sleep, especially here in Florida because our bed is different. And so I was wondering, like, where is the line between this is a great idea as a spiritual practice, as a disciplinary practice, versus it dinging my health? And after some conversation with the community, you guys helped me out a ton. We figured out that it was less about the getting up on time and more about the actions once you get up. So instead of being like, I'm going to go to bed at 11 and wake up at 7 and not hit snooze, it became more about once I get out of bed, do I putz around or can I have an efficient and productive and meaningful morning routine from the second my feet hit the ground? And I have already been working on that today. I spent some time journaling. I opened a brand new journal for the Lenten season and I love doing that. I've been on Instagram, but only with intention. That's one of my biggest time sucks is social media. And so I'm going to spend some time working on my discipline with social media and using it for my business, but not just to mindlessly scroll, being very intentional about how I use my time, which if you paid any attention to my 2021 goals, that's actually one of my big picture goals for this year is to pay attention to how I use my time. And yeah, so that's one of the things I'm going to do. I'm working very hard on like not paying attention to accounts that kind of trigger me in any way, be it negative vibes, negative emotions. I have to, make me play the comparison game, anything like that. So I'm being very, very careful about what accounts I'm actually paying attention to. And I'm probably going to go through and spend some of my intentional time on Instagram actually curating what my feed looks like, which will be time very well spent, quite frankly. I turned on screen time to give myself time limits on Facebook and Instagram. And so I'm doing things like that. What else did I decide I'm doing? Oh, the big thing I'm doing is I'm extending my no-buy from January through Lent. I'm not going to shop for anything. And people approach no-buys in very different ways. A lot of people like no additional spending whatsoever. Like no manicures, pedicures, whatever. But for me, my problem is not services. My problem is products. Things, tangible things. And so for me, I have decided that I am on a spending ban from any unnecessary purchases. If it's necessary, if I run out of my face wash, I'm gonna go buy my face wash or something like that. But if I like any new things that I want just because I want the cute shirt or I want the new eyeshadow or whatever the case may be, if it's not a necessary spend, I'm not going to spend it until after Easter. Hey, Gracie, look who just wandered over. Hello, boo-boo. Hi, honey. How you doing? You just checking in on Mama? The cleaning lady's here, so she doesn't know what she's doing. That's why our bed is also a mess, because the sheets are in the wash. Anyway, so the no buy is going to be a big part of the thing, and the not putzing around, whatever you want to call that, just more intentional, being more intentional about not wasting time. And yeah, I think that's where I'm at. I don't know. I'll fill you guys in as time goes on. For breakfast this morning, I had something delicious. A little bit calorie heavy for someone who's on a cut, but delicious and very well balanced. I had a blueberry English muffin. I swapped out real butter for I can't believe it's not butter light to save myself like 60 calories, which was a great choice. It still tasted delicious. And then I had an egg scramble with 2 eggs, 2 servings of egg whites, feta cheese. I found crumbled tomato basil feta cheese at the local grocery store, Publix, and it was real good. That was 90 calories. And then I threw in some baby tomatoes in there, and oh my gosh, it was so good and so satisfying and so full of protein that I am raring to go. I have to work out, figure out if I can work out now because the cleaning lady's here and I don't want to get in her way, but she's usually here like half the day, so I have to figure out, I can't just sit and wait for her to be done to do my things, so I'm going to be doing my day around her, and yeah, it's a good day. Happy Wednesday. Check it out, friends. I made myself a snack that is, it's pretty hefty. It's 400 something calories, but I didn't really eat a lunch today. This is a container of Oikos 000 yogurt that I smeared onto a piece of parchment paper, stuck banana slices in, and dumped Wild Friends peanut butter on top. And it's a giant frozen disc. I put it in the freezer for a while. Not quite sure how I'm supposed to eat it, but it sure looks good, doesn't it? Saturday. It is 5:40 on Saturday evening, and I just wanted to fill you guys in on some of the things that might not have been broadcasted or filmed or whatever throughout the week. First, oh, that sun. I'm sorry. I tried to adjust, and the sun is just not helping. Weigh in. I lost 1 pound this week, which is awesome. It is not as much as I would have liked it to be. I would have really liked to get my entire gain from last week back, but I only got 1 out of the 1.6, which is fine. It is what it is. I am fighting with my own body. You know how it goes. The light keeps changing. Oh my gosh. But I'm grateful for that. And so I talked a little bit on Instagram about what I'm doing to approach my hormonal imbalances and whatever. And I've been feeling much better this week in terms of that. My neck has been killing me. But other than that, I've been feeling a little bit better, you know, just in time for things to probably go downhill again. But that's neither here nor there. That's okay. But my sister texted me and she's like, it takes me 2 weeks to get rid of period bloat too. You're not alone, blah, blah. And in our conversation, I was reminded that my husband made me this amazing Excel sheet that allows me to compare weights of the days of the month of my cycle. The weights of the days of my cycle. What do I mean by that? I mean, I have this chart that is labeled like day 1 through 35, just in case my period shows up late or something. But like day 1 of my period, I can weigh myself. And then day 1 of my period, the next month, I can weigh myself and it will spit out a number that tells me whether I lost or gained from that day of my cycle the previous month. And that is one of the things that I'm realizing I'm doing. I'm worried about all of this hormonal stuff and cyclical stuff, and I'm not comparing week 1 of my period to week 1 of my period. I'm comparing week to week to week to week. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot Eric made this thing for me. So I immediately went in to my computer, wiped the data from 2020 and plugged in what I knew from 2021. And so I'm going to continue to fill out that sheet throughout the next couple of months to keep track of my weight as it changes throughout my months, not just my weeks. I was reminded of that, and I was like, oh right, this was the thing I was doing and it was working. So that made me feel a little bit better about the fact that like my loss was not a huge loss. And by huge, I mean I didn't lose everything I gained the previous week. That's fine. Let's see, what else do I have to fill you in on? Today's Saturday. I worked out today, like not just a active movement day. I worked out today because muscle burns fat is 7 days a week. So I did today's workout. I have to do tomorrow's workout, hopefully probably after church before we go to grandmother's for lunch. And so there's that. I've been enjoying it. It's hard. I haven't been loving it in the moment, but I'm loving the way it's making me feel. It's something different, and changing it up is a good thing. So that feels really good. I've been burning all the calories, closing my rings.
Apologies. I couldn't hear what you said.
I didn't ask you anything. So I've been burning all the calories and I've been closing my rings every day. That's been feeling very good. And what else? Yesterday was a weird day. And if you'll notice, you probably noticed already that like I had like 4 things to share with you in terms of meal. I was not hungry yesterday at all. My allergies were out of control. I took Sudafed. I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but I was not hungry. Zero appetite. I made a Fab 4 smoothie, which was awesome and kept me full until like 4 p.m. where I had a snack of a handful of almonds and some protein cookie dough that I'm trying out called Twisted Dough. And that was, you know, great and whatever, because I literally was like, I had no appetite for anything, but I wanted to pack some protein into my day. So that's how I did it. And then we ordered Italian for dinner and I ate all the things. I ate pasta. I ate caprese chicken. I ate garlic knots. I had 1,000 calories to work with for my day. 1,000 calories. And I ended up, while I felt like I overdid it in terms of the actual carbs, I haven't had just like plain old pasta in so long. But so like my body was like, whoa, carbohydrates, white carbohydrates. But I also had vegetables. I had broccoli as my side. I ate half of the caprese chicken. And then tonight I have leftovers that I can do again. And I tracked it to the best of my ability. But I stayed in plan. Ladies and gents, I stayed in plan with Italian food 2 nights. And the most shocking thing was after my carbo overload yesterday, the scale didn't move. And I expected the scale to go up today. It did not. So that's what's happening. I'm feeling good. Except I'm not, but you know, I've had a headache all day today, which has been brutal. My neck's been hurting. But in terms of weight and food, I feel really good. So that's your update for now.